Hello, Janet.
Hey, Sam. Thanks for
How are
having me
you?
today.
Oh, thanks for being here. So happy to have you. Welcome to our little virtual meetup. It's so weird to meet people for the first time via the internet, but
Is it?
this is the
But
age of
fun too.
yeah, exactly. Well,
Really
tell us
fun.
a little bit about yourself and your business, where you are, all that good stuff.
So, all right, I'm located in North Jersey, up in Bergen County, and let's see, I've been doing this for 20 some years.
What do you do?
Um,
What is the thing that you do?
so what I do is handcraft sterling silver jewelry, mostly sterling, but I also work in 14 karat gold fill and 14 karat. And I make lots of findings rather than purchasing and assembling. I like to make unique, simple findings. I have a really simple aesthetic. So I think you'll find probably my background shows that my outdoor life is what drives me and inspires me. So spending lots of time out in the trees, hiking and
Yeah,
doing those kind of things.
I love that. So is this your main hustle? Do you have another job too?
Nope, this is my main gig. I've been doing
Amazing.
it main for about 10 years now. I used to do a little consulting on the side years ago. I sold auto parts of all things.
Wow.
I was a manufacturer's rep. And when I left that position back in, oh gosh, 1999, 2000, then I did some little small marketing gigs and then finally decided to do this full time. And so you can really put your energy, as you know, when you're
Yeah.
doing something artistic, having your full energy into it day in, day out is where you get the benefits and
Yeah.
great
Oh,
product.
that's so true. Yeah. I mean, let's roll into that question then, I guess, is like, what advice do you have for people wanting to start their own business or be creative full time or, make
So
their,
I do. I think that, a lot of people told me when I started, like, don't quit your day job. But if you can do that optimally,
yeah,
that's the way to do
that's
it.
the
Because
goal, right?
if you immerse yourself in it, then
Yeah.
you live and breathe it and it becomes second nature.
And I think people often, for whatever reason, like saying that they don't want to turn their hobby into their job and make it their job, is such a sad mindset because it's like, but if you're doing what you love, it's never, you don't work a day in your life, right? That saying, like
It's
there's these
true.
opposite phrases that people always say.
Yeah, and you know what? I tend to work. I don't have like my days of the week. There's 7 days in the week. It doesn't matter that there's Saturday and
Yeah,
Sunday in there because I could be working and I might not. And maybe on a Tuesday I am, and maybe on
yeah,
a Tuesday I'm not. So
exactly.
it's when I can schedule the flow of what I need to do. And so
Yeah.
that is a huge thing to being in business by yourself too.
Right, right.
Also, that one of your questions wasn't that one of like the favorite things about
Yeah,
being in
yeah.
business
Go
by
ahead. What's your
yourself
favorite thing?
is having the flexibility to make your own schedule and
Yep.
also to react to things and
Yeah,
join in fun events like this.
really.
Not if you're a full time away at another job, you may not be able to have these kind of opportunities. So
Right. Exactly. I know that it's so funny. So I teach at a couple different art centers in New Jersey, typically. But like being home right now in this time and being able to like wake up every day and be like, what do I have to work on today? Like there's a few projects that are like looming that I'm like, ugh, I have to finish that. But to
right.
not have like dread about going to work or doing something that I don't want to be doing is like the best feeling. It's just so exciting. And there's always hard things that we have to go through,
Yes,
in your own business.
absolutely.
But
Your business has ups and
yeah,
downs, and you kind of have to go with the ebbs and flows. And so this for me has not been, I work from home. So for
yeah,
me, that's not been a big deal.
yeah,
However, you can't go out as much, obviously,
yeah.
but it forces you, it's funny. I have a niece living with me right now, and we talked about dressing up. I
Mhm.
dress every day. There's
Yeah.
rarely that I come down here in my pajama. I've never come in my
Oh,
pajamas,
God bless
sweatpants
you.
and all that kind of stuff. Just don't do it. I honestly feel better if I get dressed and I'm going to my job, which I am. And
Yeah. I've
I
heard that
know
people are
when I
doing,
have to run out in the middle of the day, if I have to do something dirty, which is polishing and all that good stuff, I put coveralls on
yeah,
and pull
right.
my hair up and put a net and all the rest of that good stuff. So
Yeah. So when did you start doing like crafting jewelry? Did you take a class first? Did you just figure it out as you started?
So I took silversmithing out in Eastern Oregon from a
Oh,
silversmith,
cool. Oh my
and
gosh.
I did a like a 2-week intensive where she taught me basically cutting, piercing, and small manufacturing. And so that's always been my kind of gig, is that I do small runs of things, and I keep the same things in line that work well. And then, I play around a lot with what I have. I don't have a huge amount of tools, but I have plenty. So I don't have the studio that has, like a full jeweler studio at all. But either I know someone that can do it if I can't do it, or I really would prefer to use what I have and be
Right.
creative with it and make
Yeah.
it work into
Yeah.
something cool. I think accidents are always happening with when I'm making, and those always have turned out really cool. So,
Yeah.
um,
That's awesome.
yeah.
I love that. Yeah. Working with what you have, right? It's like the
Yes,
best
for
part of
me,
being
actually, I've
creative.
always had to, whatever business I've been in,
Yeah.
I was in a family business many years ago too, and we had limited resources. And so we had to be creative where how we did things. And so that part of business for me has carried over here,
Yeah.
finding
Yeah.
creative ways to do it. I build my own displays because I like them a lot better. They
Yep.
look a lot more in line with what I'm doing as
Mhm.
opposed to anyone else's.
Yeah.
So you won't find me on standard mannequin heads and black felt and all that kind of things. Most of them are handmade displays out of
I
sticks out of
love
my
that.
yard, pieces of 2x4.
So pretty.
Yeah. So anyway,
I
just
love that. So sweet. Now, do you sell your stuff mainly on your own in shows, or do you have like people that you sell through at different shops and stuff?
so I sell a few different ways. I have an online store. I have a full website, which is www.inspiredbetweenthepines.com. I also do pop-ups at West Elm stores, which I've been doing for about 3 years, which is really
That's
fun.
fun. Yeah.
I travel south to Princeton, New Jersey, but I've developed a nice audience down there, and they're great to work with, and they'll pretty much let me come when I like.
I love
Um,
that. How did you get that connection? Do you mind me asking?
no, I started when they started a program. Actually, they've had a vendor program, a small business program for years, and I applied in Paramus, yes, and to do a demonstration. And once you get into the program, you just have to contact and reach out to other stores. And for me, Princeton has been a great location, and it's been a lot of fun. So besides that, then I also do a lot of boutiques in the New Jersey area, a couple in Morristown, and then I'm also in this beautiful full line jewelers down in
Oh,
Morristown for
nice.
my higher end product. So
So
that,
cool.
yes, and years ago I did shows at Bloomingdales, believe it or not.
Oh, wow.
And I sold my pieces in Bloomingdales.
Oh
So
my
I've
gosh.
had this whole big
I
group
love
of
that.
places that I've sold. It's fun.
Yeah, that's so cool. I think it's really cool to see someone with your talent, obviously, and just experience, working the connections that are out there, just rolling with whatever the next thing is. I've heard of a few different, bigger, not big box like Bloomingdale's, but like I have a friend that has done custom pop-ups for like Lululemon and,
Right.
little shops like that. So that's so cool to find out about the West
Yeah,
Elm.
when I'm in the West Elm family, you can also do Pottery Barns and
Okay.
Williams Sonoma, because they're the same family of.
Oh, gotcha.
So if people have products in those categories, they can always reach out
I
to
love
an individual store manager and just ask.
Just ask.
Yeah, right. Athleta does it,
Okay.
and Lululemon, obviously, and I've heard that Madewell does it. A couple of years ago, I did one at a J. Crew. I mean, it's really dependent on the store manager.
Yeah.
I think if you have Anthropologies do it some, but they're more housewares. They won't really do jewelry because it competes with what they're doing. So
Yeah. I think that just asking is like a big thing that I'm starting to fully embrace as a small business owner. Like when there's someone I want to collaborate with or a business that I want to work with, it's like
reach out.
Yeah, just
I know. You know what? I just did it an hour ago to a cake company.
amazing.
A
Yeah.
cake company, because they're doing right now during COVID, they're doing deliveries of cakes and birthday surprises and graduation surprises. And I'm like, I have these great necklaces that would be perfect for that, and
Yeah.
that I'm selling that way anyway. And so,
Right.
how much better would it be to have a cake and
And a gift. Yeah,
a
that's
gift?
so perfect.
Love it.
Yeah.
So we'll see
That's
how that comes
good.
out. But you know what? I don't know, and it certainly is in my book worth trying.
Oh, exactly.
It's
Well,
fun.
and that's the thing, like I just did a similar collaboration with a friend of mine. She runs a flower truck out of her Volkswagen, and that's how we met through a group that I started called Bus Biz Babes. And
I
it's
saw that.
yeah. So she's in that group, and so she makes flowers and has been doing, contactless deliveries of flower bouquets every week. And so for Mother's Day, I make cards as well as a million other things, but one of my things that I make is like hand marbled one of a kind cards.
Oh,
And so we were like, wait a minute, let's do something together. People can get a card with their bouquet of flowers. Like,
yes.
simple, like she had like people could write a little note on a tag that she would do for them, but she was like, a card would be so much nicer.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I sold 73 cards for Mother's Day.
Awesome.
It was like amazing. And then I helped her deliver them. Like, it was just the sweetest thing. And
It was fun, I bet.
yeah, she was a friend, so it was easier to connect that way. But sometimes businesses, that are bigger or you don't know them yet, they need to find out and hear why they need to work with you. And you have to tell them. So
yeah, and you just never know. Sometimes things come around too. You can knock on doors and they don't always open, but maybe in a year they do, because you plant the seed. So
or they refer you to someone else. Yeah, you never know.
Exactly. And when I've gone to do pop-ups different places. I usually meet people and they're like, oh, you should think about this. And I always kind of run it up the flagpole and give it a whirl. And if it works, it's great. If it doesn't, it was just another good shot, in my book. So
that's exactly what Chris and I were just talking about, because like at that show she and I did together, while we didn't really make a profit, we met each other, which was like the best part of it all,
Right. And, Kristen and I met each other, and how I'm meeting you. And it's the same kind of thing. I think you end up finding, it takes a while sometimes to find your crew.
Totally.
And people that want to market the same way as you do, people who want to create the same, and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah.
So you just never know. I think that you got to be open to, new and different.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what have you been doing differently these days because of the situation? You're working from home, so it might not be too much different, but
that part's not different. I'm doing a lot of different little projects and more smaller customization things that I haven't done before. And I have a couple great retailers that I work directly with, these little boutiques. And so we partner. We trade posts. We sponsor each other. We really support each other, which has been awesome. You can't buy partners.
Right. It's so true. That's what I've loved about
wonderful
this
relationships that turn into, I'd love to help you. You're a small business. I'm a small business. What can we do that can help us both?
Yeah, I know this time has been such a roller coaster, but one of the most beautiful things has been that of these partnerships and friendships that are being built within.
Yeah, it's funny, and I don't want to sound whatever, but my thing has always been to work with people, and I like to work with people, and I like to trade things like that, and I like to work with people that want to help me and me help them, and it doesn't look like helping. We're just doing what we love, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so more of that has come to light. I see more people doing that because of COVID, which I think is wonderful. It kind of opens their eyes to something that was always there, and now they can tap into it.
Yeah. Exactly. So, I know. It's the coolest thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how can people best support you right now?
Well, probably through my online store or following me on Instagram, because I'm starting doing a fun little, that's what I've been using my COVID time to find some new marketing gigs. And so I'm trying out some new instant purchase kind of things, or 2-click purchases from Instagram. So you don't have to go to my website.
Nice.
So either my website or following me on Instagram. Those are Instagram's where I'm most active socially. Everything flows to Facebook, but that's where I just put up, I have a Word Scramble Wednesday, I started during COVID. So I hand make some little tiny letters. I'll show you a couple.
Mm-hmm.
There's a D. Here's a B. So anyway, I put a whole bunch of letters up once a week on Wednesday, and I scramble them and then just ask people to participate. This week I have a giveaway because tomorrow is my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Thank you. So I decided to give something away as well. But every Wednesday I release a new word, and it gives you the letters, and it's just a fun thing for people to do, kind of to break up the monotony of being home.
Yeah, totally.
And they're all wonderful words, if I do say so.
That's so sweet. Oh, that's awesome. Well, and I think too, just, you know, from a buyer standpoint, buying something from someone like you is like just so much more meaningful than buying a necklace from Kohl's or buying a necklace from somewhere else.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, that's why I've kept doing through the ups and downs over the years. The stories that I get from people that have bought and give them as gifts and come back and buy again are just so heartwarming that it's awesome. You know?
Yeah, when you can be someone's jewelry artist friend or like person, that's
they can
like
be part of the creation of it. You know, they can be what they want to see. So it makes it fun to work with people. You know?
And they become heirlooms then, you know, like they're such
special.
They
do. They're just not fast fashion. There's something that you may wear for a while and put in your jewelry box, but you'll pull it out again because it's not out of fashion. It's just at a different spot.
Right. Totally. Oh,
sorry,
I love that so much.
No, okay. I don't know what that was, but
it's all good. Oh, that's so fun. Well, it is such a pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much for taking some time today and chatting with me, and happy to have you in our market. I think that your stuff is so beautiful, and you have a necklace that you are including in the virtual basket auction, so people can go check that out. I'll have that linked. But
sorry, I snuck away. I should have had it right there. There it is.
So
it's
pretty.
Continuum. It's sterling silver, and it's this great little round. It's
so pretty. I love that.
Simple is my game. So
beautiful.
That's
love it so much. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Janet. We'll talk to you soon.
Great. Good luck to everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.